Welcome to EnVision Center News. Today's episode features a conversation with Rusti Brookes, a community resource EnVision Center volunteer. We hope you enjoy. Welcome to EnVision Center News. My name is Sarah Hensel, and I am the resource coordinator for the Community Resource EnVision Center. And today we have a very special guest, one of our lovely committed volunteers, Rusti Brookes. So welcome, Rusti.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you for being here. So we want to let the audience know more about who you are. And I like to just ask a few questions about where you're from and how you came to know us and came to volunteer. So Are you from the North Idaho area originally?
I am not. I was born in eastern Washington in a little tiny town called Moses Lake. And when I graduated from high school, I moved to Boise and lived there for about 10 years.
Okay.
And then I came back to the western Washington area and was there until 2019, July, when we moved to Sandpoint.
Nice. So do you like Sandpoint better than Washington?
Oh, hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no comparison.
This is an
like
awesome place.
Comparing New York City with Sandpoint. Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
Yes.
So what brought you to this location?
Well, we were thinking about leaving Washington.
Okay.
And we were actually wanted to look in North Idaho. We started out in Post Falls and Coeur d'Alene. And I had a friend that lived here that I hadn't seen for like 11 years.
Whoa.
So we came over and visited her and looked around, did a bit of house hunting, and just looked at each other and went, yeah, this is it.
This is the place. That's amazing. What do you love the most about this area?
You know, probably because of my age, since I'm retired, since we've lived here, I have acquired and have more friends than I think I've ever had in my adult life. That's awesome. I think part of that has to do with being retired.
Okay.
The age bracket that I'm in. Much of it has to do with being in a really thriving church.
Yeah.
With lots of people my age. And I think part of it has to do with the fact that just the small town community.
I love that.
You know, it's so different from metropolitan areas, which is where we lived for so many years. So a lot of factors that go into that.
Yeah, I can testify to that as well. Coming from a larger city, the small town community is so much more embracing, I feel like.
It really is.
Yeah. So I've noticed, since we've been friends, that you have a huge heart to volunteer. You love giving your time to others. What drives you to be a volunteer?
You know, as a believer, I really believe that God did not put us on the earth to consume life on ourselves.
Sure. Yeah.
He put us here to pour our lives out for others. And that's what I love doing. I seize every opportunity that I know of that I can, and sometimes I'm looking, which I am right now. But yeah, I love being with people. I love serving people. I have a young single mom that I work with, and she's got 2 little ones, and you know, I just have a heart for people that have needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you were in the right place with us then, for sure.
Exactly.
And we're so happy to have you. So what do you find that, what attracts you the most as far as like your passions? What passions do you have in your volunteering?
Well, right now, I would say I have 2, and they're definitely on the opposite ends of the spectrum.
Okay.
I volunteer a couple times a week doing child care for women's Bible studies.
Oh, that's nice.
So I'm with kids that are, I think the youngest I have is probably 18 months.
Wow.
All the way up to 5 or 6,
like
maybe
little,
7.
little. Yeah.
Yeah, little ones. I love that. And you caught me on a good day because I do that on Tuesdays.
Oh, really?
So when I get done, I am just over the moon with energy.
That's good.
And then my mother passed away in 2017. She'd
Oh,
been
wow.
at an assisted living facility for about 3 years. And after she passed away, I went to work
Okay.
in that same facility for about 1.5 years. And I just came to adore the elderly.
They're easy to love.
Oh, they
Yeah.
are so easy to love. Even when they're cranky,
Yeah.
they're easy
Oh, yeah.
to love. So right now, I'm with you helping me on the hunt for a person,
Yeah.
and we're in that process. But yeah, so that's really where my heart is those two things. And of course, the other thing that we're here to talk about. But
Oh, yeah. Let's get into it. So you've definitely helped us a lot here. You've done greeting for us. You've done the IdaHOPE Golf Classic, which we're going to be talking about later. And we find that not only you, but Bev Haig are always willing to lend us a hand. I mean, if we need something, you guys are always there. How did you find out about us?
I found out through Stacy Mueller,
Okay,
who
yeah.
was part of the organization back when I moved here in 2019. And I met Stacy through church, and she told me about the organization. And I came on one day, and we got me signed up on the Volunteer Connect.
Yes.
And I think after that was when I started doing the spin meetings
Okay.
and signing people in, doing registration and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, she really started the Volunteer Connect process.
She did, and her enthusiasm was compelling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
She can rally up a crowd within seconds. It's awesome.
Yes,
Yeah.
she is.
Yeah. So what do you feel like has been one of your favorite ways to volunteer for us?
Well, now that I've done the golf tournament, I'll have to say that's my favorite.
It's a fun day.
It's a blast.
Yeah.
Really is. Every part of it.
I think so too.
And one of the things that I really came away from that with last year was just the honor of meeting some amazing women.
Yeah.
I mean, so many amazing women that live out at the golf course, women that Bev knows,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
Becca. Being able to work with Becca was such an honor.
She's pretty
She's
awesome.
amazing. So, yeah.
Yeah, we did. I remember when we were sitting out by the registration tables, and I hadn't been here for maybe a month, like I was telling you earlier. And I got to meet so many new people, and
Yeah.
everybody was so friendly. And yeah, all of the people that volunteer for us, they're just gems. I mean, they're awesome people. So let's talk about the IdaHOPE Golf Classic. So you're actually pretty much tag teaming it with Becca Orchard, our executive board member, and also Bev Haig.
Yeah.
And basically, the IdaHOPE Golf Classic is a fundraiser that we've been doing. This is our second one, so it's going to continue on as an annual thing that we do, and it's raising funds for the Community Resource EnVision Center.
Right.
And it's so helpful because, our mission is to help people in need. We're the one-stop shop that people come to for resources in our area, and we point the way and try to create self-sufficiency in their lives that they might not have.
Yes.
So where is this going to be located, and can you tell us the day and time that it's going to be held?
It will always be the Monday after Father's Day.
Okay.
This year it's the 20th of June. It's at the Idaho Club. I believe the start time for the golfers is 12:30. People show up the golfers show up probably anywhere from 11 to 11:30. They go out to the putting range and practice, and then we'll have the silent auction, which will be right there in the clubhouse. So that's another thing that they do is go through the silent auction and scope out the things they want to buy. So that's where it's happening.
Yeah, and it was a gorgeous day last year.
Yes,
that was
it
so much fun.
was.
Which
isn't always predictable in June, right?
Right.
For this part of the world.
Oh, yeah.
We were
Yes.
blessed.
Yes, we were.
Yes.
So, what are you busy working on right now? Because I know you're pretty heavily involved in this. What have you been working on?
Well, I got recruited last year. I answered an email that they sent out through the Volunteer Connect. And as I was telling you earlier, when we lived in Kirkland, Washington, my husband had volunteered for golf tournaments in Bellevue for several years, and I thought, perfect.
Yeah,
We
that's
can do
great.
this.
Yeah.
And then Becca called me and sort of nudged me a little bit to maybe do something more. And she and I got together and chatted, and I kind of fell into the volunteer lead position last year. So what I'm doing right now is reaching out to all of the people that volunteered last year.
Okay.
I've already sent this email out and hoping that the majority of them will come back.
Yeah.
But having said that, we could always use more volunteers. So if there's anybody in your audience that sounds like this might be something they'd want to do, and as I said, it is a blast.
Yeah.
You'll provide my email address for them, and hopefully we'll get more volunteers.
Sure.
So that's what I'm working on right now, is just rallying the volunteers that we had last year.
That's awesome. And I mean, I hope the same people come back and new people too, because it's an amazing experience.
It really is.
So what kind of opportunities do you need to be filled by volunteers to make this successful?
Well, we have several of them. We need greeters, because our greeting team is kind of our first line
Oh, yeah.
responders to people, and we'll have greeters in the parking lot, at the clubhouse, going out to the course. We also have 9 people that we're going to be placing at tee boxes on the course to greet people, the golfers that are coming through. We have several games that are going to be on those tees or at those holes. And so we have people there to kind of answer any questions if they have any. We need people for the silent auction. And we're having a dinner after the tournament, so we'll need people to help there.
Yeah.
Yum, yum.
Yeah.
So, there's several. Registration. That's a key one as well.
Oh,
registration.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of opportunities there for people.
Yeah. And the location, I mean, you can't get any better than the Idaho Club.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I think that's a big pull for the golfers too. And
Yeah.
I think we might have mentioned earlier, we were talking about what one of the golfers said to you about the event.
Right. Yeah, I was talking to a guy last year this was prior to the tournament starting, and he was a business guy, so he was on his computer doing his work, and I just happened to sit down by him and ask him, about how he got there, and he said, I knew the minute I drove up here that this was the real deal, that you guys had it together because things were very organized. And I'm going, whoa, thank you. I everything in me wanted to say, this is our first time. But yeah, that was encouraging. And I know Becca and the other people got comments throughout the course of the tournament about that. And Becca is a star. I mean, she knows what she's doing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
She was a champion for sure.
Yeah.
Leading that thing last year.
And she's a golfer too.
And that helps.
Which helps.
That helps.
Now, does your husband golf? Is he a golfer?
He wouldn't call himself a golfer. He has golfed.
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. So are you the primary contact for the volunteers? Anybody?
Absolutely.
Okay, so they need to email you.
Yeah.
And we'll have that up on the screen. I can say it though as well. It's the letter I, the letter H, Classic, EP.14-volunteers@protonmail.com.
Right.
Okay. And do you basically just kind of see where they're a good fit at, or what kind of things they're interested in?
What I did was I sent out a list of all the opportunities that we had, and I'm asking people, pick out what you want.
Sure.
And we'll plug you in there. I mean, obviously there are limits to how many people we need for each place. But yeah, that's how I'm starting out with that. And a lot of people just say, just throw me in anywhere. I'll do anything, which is always nice to have that, so that if we have a need somewhere, we can just plug people in.
Okay, awesome. And so one last thing that I just kind of want to reiterate too, and I'll actually post the link for them to sign up, and I'll post it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I'll have that on the videos. But one thing I just kind of want to reiterate again, so it is June the 20th?
Yeah.
And then what times is it being held again?
Actually, the golfers probably need to be there no later than 12.
Okay.
Ian, who is the golf pro, kind of gives a little overview to the golfers about, what's going to happen when, and kind of the rules of the road for them. So probably noon would be the latest they'd want to be there, but most of them are going to show up before then.
Pretty early.
One thing I wanted to say about that link that you're going to be putting up is,
Sure.
We are still looking for sponsors.
Okay, good.
There are many sponsorship opportunities. You'll find that on that link, the Golf Stats link.
Okay.
And also, we still need more golf teams.
Ooh,
So
yes.
they can sign up there if they want to put a team together. It has to be a team of 4. So if they want to do that, they can find that information there as well.
Sweet. I know last year that went pretty quick with the golf teams.
Yeah.
A lot of people signed up.
Yep. And they're already starting. I don't remember exactly, but I think we probably have between maybe 6 to 10 teams already, and we're looking for
that's
22.
Great. That's great.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Rusti, just thank you so much for being here.
you.
We really appreciate you. We appreciate Bev. We appreciate all of our volunteers and just how dedicated you guys are.
Well, I have to put in a plug for Bev.
Do it.
She
She's amazing.
is a star. She did such an amazing job last year gathering all the things for the auction.
Yes.
And
yeah.
then, if that weren't enough, toward the end, toward like game time, she had an unfortunate accident and was in boots.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
Yeah.
she
On both
sprained or
feet.
broke her ankles or something.
Yeah.
Not just one, but 2.
2. Yeah.
And she ended up finishing that thing.
She's like
after all that.
The bionic woman.
She is amazing. We love her.
We do.
So.
We love you, Bev.
Yes.
Well, as always, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. You can always go onto Volunteer Connect to see any other opportunities in the area that you might be willing to participate in, and contact Rusti if you want to be a part of this IdaHOPE Golf Classic. It would mean so much to all of us. So thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. Thanks for listening to today's episode. For more information, you can go to CRECIdaho.com. Please like, share, and subscribe. We will see you again soon.